is profitability. Is it in the room with us right now? Nintendo, I will literally give you $70 cash money right now for red, blue, yellow, gold, silver. Cash money. No. No. My emotions. My emotions.
愚蠢的美国人和约
John Cena.
没错，先生，因为这个视频是给美国人看的，我们想说什么就说什么，字幕会换的。
This one doesn't work. And this one doesn't work. But no one is seeing your film on the big screen. But people are seeing movie theaters. They're driving past them every day to go to McDonald's. The Shamrock Shake is back. Yes! Yes! Pre-order now! This is how it feels to watch Disney Plus. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wizards Crash Out stream. I am your host, the Real Life Fake Wizard, here on the Real Life Fake Wizard channel. Now, obviously, I don't look the same as I normally do. It's because I'm phoning in from our other Wizard headquarters. We have many Wizard headquarters all over the globe. There are places where I would come and share my fake magic wizardry. Okay. No, but I'm happy to be here. We got a bunch of stuff we're going to talk about today. I want to thank you for joining us and taking time on your Sunday afternoon, morning, or night to watch this stream with us. This is probably going to be a pretty focused stream today. I do want to spend a lot of time talking about the Superman film. I know that for many people, some of you guys are gamers and you're here to talk about gaming. So, the Superman film may not be for you. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start off talking about gaming. We got to do some housekeeping stuff. And then we're going to get right into talking about some of the things that are going on with this Superman movie. There is a lot to discuss there. And some of it is good. Most of it's bad. And I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the circumstances around the movie. There's some good things, but there's a lot of bad things. And I think that's the best way to summarize my thoughts going into this as a preface on Superman. Okay. There is a lot of heart, but there's also a lot of crap. And that's Superman in a nutshell. But we're going to get into that. Shout out to all you guys. It's very good to see you guys all. I know we're 30 minutes late today. I had to push the stream back a bit because we're running around here at HQ having some fun, getting a lot of work done, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. But it is good to see you guys here. It looks like I'm flickering a little bit on screen. That is happening. I don't know why it's doing that, but hopefully it's okay. Maybe when I share the screen, it'll get a little bit better. So, Louise, hey, Wizard, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, my man. Good to see you here. Rasparta says, kick-ass intro. Thank you for that. I need more clips. We need more clips of my rants to go in there that are when I say stupid, funny stuff. I want to put more in there. The Aussie Cocky, good day, Wizard. Good day, all. Good day to you, my friend. Welcome in. Good to see you. Kelly says, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you as well. And we got a bunch of people in here. We got Gage in here. Gage, what's happening? I think it'll be decent. And if that's a reference to the film, that's maybe the best way to describe it is decent. We'll talk about that. First comment, chat box was empty. It's true. And I'm assuming that's in reference to Superman being good. Maybe it is good. This is definitely a film that's going to be in the eyes of the beholder. It is. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. Some people are going to be right in the middle. I find myself right in the middle. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Against the Tide, my friend. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Kenzie Gray, Wizard is a Twilight vampire confirmed. Am I sparkling? Am I glowing? I do glow. Yeah. I do glow in the moonlight. Yes. Otaku for Life is here. I think you said I'm going to have to pull up Rumble. I got to pull up Rumble because Rumble, I had a conversation I had an email correspondence with somebody at Rumble, and something came up where it's actually I can't pull it up here. We're gonna have to pull that up later because I'm not on my computer, so I don't have Rumble. I wish Rumble synced better to StreamYard here. That would be cool because I can't see all of your chats. I can't see all of the chats, and I wish I could. I can't see them from here. Toybox Time Machine says, saw it, don't like it. Well, I appreciate your comment. I appreciate your thought, and I can understand why. I can totally empathize with that position. I could totally empathize with it. Noah Blackburn says, nice to see you, Wizard. Noah, it is nice to see you too. Happy to see you here in stream with us today. Dwayne Daniels says, greetings from RSA. Greetings from, what is Texas? The Sunshine State? Is that what it is? Whatever it is. Well, I'm in Texas right now. Claude Simeon says, has Fake Wizard watched Andor Season 2? It's actually good. 1 out of 15 Star Wars Disney properties. Haha. I have talked about Andor. I have seen the entire series. I've watched all of Andor. And the Sunshine State. And you guys are like, that's Florida. Yeah. The Lone Star State. I was close. Andor is actually good. So the way I would describe Andor is it's a 60-40. 60% of the show is a waste of time that you do not need. 40% of it is, I would agree with you, the best Star Wars that Disney has done. Hands down, 100% fully agree with you. Yes. Murder says, wait, now that I see it closer, that's a fake beard. No, it's not. It's totally real. This is a real beard. This is 100% real. Look at it. And it gets all scraggly down on the bottom. Only a real beard would do it like this. Only a real beard would have felt lining where this is pushed into, this is only real beards would have this. But you know what? Actually, I got to point out, this is a fantastic tangent to talk about the first key thing we got to get into today. My friends, all of you here, we are in Texas right now. We are cranking through lots of work here at Wizard HQ, Texas. But I also got to let you know that next week, and I got to pull this up on screen here, next weekend, this time next week, I will be with all of you and anybody who else is attending at the Southeast Game Exchange. Okay, let me pull this up so we could look at it together. I hope the flickering stops. But okay, we are going to be going to the Southeast Game Exchange. Okay, I'm going to have a table. I'm going to have a panel. We get to talk about that a little bit. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. And guys, we're handing out beards. We are handing out fake beards. Come hang out with us, okay? Because we're going to be giving out beards. We're going to be taking a big hangout photo. I'm going to post on Twitter and on Discord the time of when we're going to do a Wizard Hangout. We're going to do a fake magic hangout together. I think that's going to be great. It's probably going to be right after our panel. But there I am. There is my beautiful mug. Look at all these other people. Look at all these other like normal people, regular folks. You got some cosplayers in here, regular content creators, GameCube Galaxy, people that just, are regular people. And then you scroll down and you've got me dressed up as the evil queen from Disney's Snow White. That's normal. That's exciting. That's awesome. But I'm really thrilled about it. I'm really excited to be there. We got a lot of stuff we're working on. We're going to be doing autographs for free. We're going to get stickers we're giving out for free. We got a lot of stuff we're bringing, and we're going to have our matcha there too. So that's kind of cool. We were working together here in my alchemist lab, and we were experimenting with the best kind of matcha drink that we're going to be bringing there, part of the Wizard's Brew, and it's really good. So I'm excited about this. This is going to be great. Southeast Game Exchange, my friends, next weekend, South Carolina. I'm scrolling all the way up. There's a lot of people going, scrolling all the way up. Also, can we just point this out? The pricing to meet the celebrities that are there, as somebody who works in the Comic-Con circuit, these prices are really good. Okay, these are really good prices for celebrities, and I'm glad that they're letting us know ahead of time. This is very nice. This is very nice of the organization to tell us what it's going to be. That's gonna be fun. And that's nice because now you could plan ahead to meet these good folks, right? So Southeast Game Exchange, Greenville, South Carolina. Tickets are on sale. We will be there next weekend, July 18, 19, and 20. On July 19th, it's a Saturday, at 2 p.m., we're going to be doing a panel in panel room 1. I'm going to post all of this on Discord. Join the Discord. I'm going to be posting all of this on Twitter. Check me out on Twitter just so that you get immediate updates from me, right? What we're going to do is this panel, we're doing Finding Creativity Through Gaming. That's going to be our panel that we're going to do. And then immediately after that, we're going to do a Wizard Hangout. Okay. Anybody who wants to come, whether it's like 100 people, whether it's 3 people, I don't care. I want to get to see you guys. And I'm really hoping that we can all get together and hang out. This is going to be a lot of fun. So next weekend, Southeast Game Exchange, July 18, 19, 20. We will be there. And here we go. I love this. Thank you for these. I got to pull up these comments here. There's a lot that I want to see. Kenzie Gray says, I'm boycotting. Real Life Fake Wizard is not on the celebrity list. I'd pay $2 for an autograph. Well, it's nice to see I'm worth $2. No, I wouldn't. Firstly, I don't believe in charging for autographs. I know that these people, that's how they make their money. Like, they got to make their money that way. I'm just more excited to meet you guys and kind of have some goodies or fun stuff. That's all I really care about. That's fun. I want to do I'm here for the fun, and I want to get to meet you, all you good people. There's a lot of you. We interact on Discord, we interact on Twitter, we talk here in the chat. It's like this events like this I really love because it's all focused on the gaming aspect, and then we get to hang out for a little bit after. That's fun. That's cool with me, right? And we're going to be drinking matcha together, which is going to be good too. So check that out. I'm going to leave this up on screen while I pull up these comments. Lord Raptor said, Reptar, like Reptar, like Rugrats. Lord Reptor says, hello, Wiz. I've been talking to different YouTubers about talking about the fake portal when you open it end of the month. Discord link is still broken, by the way. Anyone got a real link for it? Yeah, Lord Reptar, let me know, where is that link broken? Because there's a lot of them, and I had just updated all of them on the fakewizard.com. Fakewizard.com. I just updated all of that. So if that's broken, and I also updated it in the description of the videos. So moving forward, all of those should have a dedicated link. Also, I just made one. So I'm going to type it in chat here. This should work because it just worked for me. WizardSanctuary.com. HTTP, not with the S. The S is there, but it just was being problematic before. So yeah, I just put it in chat here. WizardSanctuary.com should also go to the Discord. So yeah, let me know where, we'll figure that out. This is, you guys know this. You guys know this. This is the most professional stream on the planet. It's the most professional stream on the planet. We have zero issues. We have zero tech issues. I have sound effects. I'm in the center frame all the time. I don't have to look down to look at you. This is most professional stream on the planet. Yes. Awesome. Thank you for that. And talking about it to other YouTubers, would love to. I would love for you guys to. We're going to talk about Fake Portal in a second. There's a lot to talk about with Fake Portal because there's a lot going on, right? And there's a lot of news around it. There is really a lot there, and this is going to be fun, okay? Let's talk about Fake Portal. Let's do that. Let's do that now. And wow, I'm like glitching out. It's kind of funny. Share this tab instead. All right. So for those of you who may not have been here last week when we talked about it at full length, we are starting. I'm going to go a little wider screen on this. My team and I, are developing fakeportal.com. What is that? What is fakeportal.com? This is going to be a directory of video games that are made by indie developers, made by solo developers, made by small teams. And this is going to be a database where you can find games that you otherwise may have had a lot of trouble finding. Okay. For those of you who watch me all the time, you know how I feel about the AAA modern gaming industry, and I want to fight back. I have ideas for video games I would love to make. I don't have the resources to do that right now. I don't have the time to commit to making games right now. Okay. There are shows that I want to do, there are short films that I want to make. And I've written scripts, but I don't have the resources or the means to make those film projects right this second. So I had to think, what do we do, my friends? What do we do? Do I just make YouTube videos forever showcasing indie games? Well, maybe. And maybe that's something we're going to do more of once this portal opens. But most importantly, what I realized we can do is create the hub that bridges the gaps between gamer and creator. Completely taking away the perhaps the need for conventional advertising and marketing for games, for AAA games. Okay. I have had conversations with developers. I've had conversations with solo and indie devs who are making games. Literally every day. There are developers reaching out to me now every single day who are finding out about this and are asking, how can I participate in it? How can I support you in it? How can I volunteer? And I adore that. And I'm so grateful and thankful. And really, it's just nice to have these conversations to prove everything that I've been speculating about or discussing. Turns out most of it's true. Turns out that most of the things that I've been saying, at least when it comes to the indie scene, is legitimately true. And that's really important. So this is what we're doing. This is what we're developing. We're going to talk more about this in just a second. I'm going to pull up. I need your help now. We're at a position where I need your help. There's some things some information, some ideas I want to hear from you guys. And I posted about this in Discord earlier. Categorization. We're doing massive characterization for this whole system, because that's going to make it easier for you to find the games you're looking for. Maybe you like racing games and you only want to play racing games. Well, you should be able to segment this thing to only show racing games, because that's the only thing you want. Well, that's exactly what we're doing. So what we have here and what we've been working on is, and this is not built into the site at all. This is something that I did. I put this list together just to talk with you guys here on stream about it. And I posted this on Discord. And really, if you have suggestions, wizardsanctuary.com, join our Discord server. There's a little channel there called Fake Portal Engineers, which would be you guys, right? And let's put more categories in. Let's put more ideas in, but let's pull this up. So this is our day one categorization that we are definitely launching this thing with. So I'm going to pull this up. Let me zoom in on it. Okay, still a little small. Zoom in. Okay. Zoom in more, dang you. There we go. Now it's too close. There we go. So right from the top, the first thing is going to be game categories. And then here are the categories that we are definitely going to have. Something that we've gone back and forth with discussing is segmenting game categories away from game mechanics. Okay. Game mechanics, game categories are different things, but we definitely want to be able to segment by game mechanics, right? Because if something is, for instance, a Souls-like, right? That should be segmented separately in a different list, right? Where is it? It should be on here. Did I not put it on here? Because I typed it in about 7 times. I guess I missed it. Or if something is a side scroller, I want that separate from something that might be an RPG. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Here, Kenzie Gray says, we're missing the waifu section. Damn. But anyway, so we're seeing here, like here, this is on the left, you're seeing the actual category title. On the right, this is all of the things that are going into it, right? So we've got game categories. Then we've got gameplay mechanics with a whole bunch of them here. Then we have team size. This is the size of the developer teams based on the information we have available, right? Was this done by a single person, a small team, a medium-sized team, full dev team? We want you to be able to know about that. If it was done by a full dev team, we want it listed there, because just because it's an indie thing doesn't mean it's not a full dev team. For instance, Expedition 33 is a indie game in theory. It's a AA game. It's not a AAA game at all, and it was done by kind of what would be a small team, but that I would categorize as a full dev team. And we are going to have like a page explaining all of the criteria for all of these selections. So everything is going to have a definition. You'll be able to understand what everything is in case it doesn't make sense to you, like right on the top. Okay. Then we look over, we have genre of games: comedy, fantasy, historical, horror, mystery, post apocalyptic, sci fi, art style. This is where I need you guys' help. I'm not good with the art stuff. So I don't know what other types of art there is. So I'm hoping you guys drop suggestions on Discord about what other art styles we need on this list, right? Platforms. We tried to keep all of the platforms that are essential right now: Android, Epic Games, GOG, iOS, itch, PC, PS4, PS5, the Switches, VR, all of that. We got all of that here. Scroll up again. This is fun. This part is fun. Okay. This part is all of the segments here are important and they are fun. Well, all of the segments are important, but this is really good. Accessibility. I want a list of accessibility because games are launching now with accessibility options, launching with lots of accessibility options, accessibility and difficulty. I want to have that listed, right? Because you and I chat, all of you guys here, I see Gage, for instance. Gage is always here in chat, right? You know, me and Gage and all of you, we're probably like gamers. We know what the gaming is. We're gamers, right? But there's going to be people that use this that are not hardcore gamers. There are going to be a lot of people that use this system that are kind of casual gamers. They just play games for fun. And I want there to be segmentable lists, options for difficulty and accessibility. You know, that is important too. All right, we got a couple comments here I want to pull up before we continue. Hambonius says, press the like button, my dear real life fake wizard acolytes. Yes, please. Do that, please. YouTube is not happy with me because I haven't been posting videos as often. So if you're here and you enjoy what we're doing, smash that like button because it actually will help us quite a bit. I need you to smash the like button on the stream, like the stream, which is not something I normally have to ask for. But those last few videos I've done are getting walloped. They're getting. Will there be different categories for music? Probably not at launch, but that's something that we can definitely look at for the future. Definitely. Lord Reptor says, just curious, are these all going to be digital games or are we going to have tabletop board games too? I only asked since one, the server has tabletop. Two, I have my own tabletop. Yes, not yet. That's the best way I can answer this. Yes, not yet. We are going to have tabletop as an option. We are going to have board games as an option, not on launch. Not on launch. And here's why. There is a particular need in a particular marketplace that we know for a fact we could reach people on and perhaps service that need. Okay. Just from a business aspect. And we are treating this like let me be clear on that, because using that word business, that'll spark people's interest, right? I am a business guy. My partners and I are business guys. We come from the corporate world, and our belief is using the tools of our enemies against them. We are going to treat this like a business, which means we are going to run it like a professional business, but it is free. It is free for you. We are funding this whole thing, right? And right now we see that there is a particular need. And based on the emails that I'm getting from you guys, and just, I mean, I've been blown away and I haven't been able to respond to any yet, mostly because I just don't, I haven't found the words to even get back to you guys. It's, and not in a bad way, but because it's like, it's touching. It's a touching thing to me. The amount of people that have reached out, developers and you gamers alike, who have reached out and said, we actually need this to work. Like, we want you to, how can we support you to make this work? Because the AAA industry, the games industry, the entertainment industries, plural, right, are so slated against us. They're so slated against the consumer that we desperately need something like this to work. We desperately need something like this to work. So we're going to take the big loss in revenue from this, and really, I'm here for it. We're here for it. Sign us up. I don't give a shit what it costs. I don't care. I want to let's play ball, damn it. Let's play ball. Let's play. The AAA industry still thinks that they can control you because you're just a buyer. They see you as a wallet. They don't even see you as a person, right? So I say, let's play. Let's play some games. And let's see who wins in the end. Because money doesn't phase us. Money does not phase us one bit. If you want to support what we're doing, if you feel compelled to support what we're doing, the best way you could do that is to buy our matcha, which is a legitimate business. It's a separate, completely separate business owned by the same people, right? That's it. That's it. Hey, if you want us to, if you want to support us doing this, the best thing you could do is buy RW Golden Matcha. But if you don't want to, totally fine. If you don't want to buy it, totally fine. We're gonna keep going with this anyway. We're gonna keep kicking ass with this anyway, regardless. So that's super important. I did want to talk about that, and I will continue to keep mentioning that along the way. Tabletop will come, not yet. Great question. Great question. Okay. I just got here for the Excel presentation. Yes, you arrived right on time. We are going to talk Superman very, very, very soon. This is super important stuff here. We wanted to get into this. But anyway, let's wrap this up because we do need to get into the Superman part. Other segments, and I'm curious to know what you guys think on this. We're going to have monetization and availability as an option for you to segment against. Meaning you could search, is this game a free to play? Is this game DLC available? Does this game have a DRM? Is it DRM free or is it DRM included? Is there microtransactions? Are there loot box mechanics? Is it online required only? Right? That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. And of course, we have price ranges. We will have the actual price on each game, right? So you're going to be able to see it right there. Language support, crowdfunding. Guys, tying this piece up here, I want to hear from you guys. If I don't see your suggestions here in the chat and you want to let us know, join the Discord, wizardsanctuary.com. It's the fastest way to get to our Discord server. And from there, you could let us know. And my team and I are taking all of that information and putting it in the fake portal. Okay. But real quick, we could tie that up. I can make an announcement right here because I talked about this before, right? As of right now, with your help and your support, we are in dozens of countries already, just based on the analytics, right? For like when people click on the site, you could see the ping of like the locations where people are seeing your site, right? We're in dozens of countries. This fake portal is in dozens of countries. And like that blows my mind. That blows my mind. And the fact that just on this announcement, there is that much interest. It makes me so optimistic and excited for the potential of this when it's done. You know, the potential of something like this. Clearly, there's an interest for it. And clearly, there's a need in the marketplace for something like this. That's not corporate owned. It's completely privatized, completely private, privately owned. So that's going to be really great. We are in dozens of countries. And as of right now, today, 1 week since announcement, you guys have sent us 723 games. Holy crap. That's all you. That's all of you guys. That's not me. That was all of you guys. You guys have sent us 723 individual indie games. Can you imagine how much awareness is going to get to those titles now when we go live with this? I'm not saying we're launching with 700. Oh my gosh, it's going to take us a long time to go through all of them. But you guys have legitimately sent us almost 1,000 games. And that is awesome. You guys are awesome for that. Thank you for that. That is incredible. Heck yeah, man. All right, let's talk Superman. Let's talk Superman. I haven't used that transition in a long, long time, and I really wanted to do it. Okay, everyone. So Superman came out this weekend, and people have been talking about it. People have been doing reviews on it. I posted a review video just the other day. It's not It's not a great film. It's not a great film. I wish it was. I wish I could say I loved every bit of it. I wish I could say like there's no problems with it. There are problems. There's a lot of great inside of it, but there's also a lot of crap inside of it. Okay. I think this is the kind of movie that you as an individual will have an opinion on. You will like it. You will not like it. You will have opinions. And whatever, and I could say, I think confidently on this film, which is something we don't see all the time. This film is whatever you say about this film is correct for you. I'm not going to come on here and tell, the title of the stream is Superman good? Well, that's relative to what I'm about to say about it. Do I think Superman is good? Right? You may hate it or you may love it. Either way, you're correct. Either way, you are correct in your opinions on this film because that's how polarizing this film is. There is no one choice answer, one solution for Superman because it's so divisive in its essence. And I could see it. I could see it myself watching it. Right, like the choices that were done with the Kryptonians, the Krypton story that was present here. I hated it. I hated it. Right, the acting and the cast. I loved. I love this cast. I thought this cast was awesome. I hope to see them in more things. I hope that this gets a sequel, an actual sequel, an actual Superman sequel. I want to see more from this cast. I don't want to see James Gunn write it, but I want to see this cast come together again. And that's important. Okay, wait, there was a question here that now I got to pull up. Now I'm curious. I've been distracted. Now I'm curious. Now I'm scrolling through to see where that, because it looks like there was a thread going on there. Okay, please minimal spoilers, or if spoilers, just give notice. I'm not going to give spoilers. That's why all I've said is the Krypton story. Obviously, there's going to be a story. This is a Superman film. There's going to be references to Krypton, so that is a given, right? And I'm saying that the Krypton story I did not like, but I'm not going to spoil the film. I will let you know. I will put up a banner for spoilers and let you guys know ahead of time when I'm going to talk spoilers, right? So for now, just talking about the overall film and whatever your opinions of it are, having seen it, you're justified. Which is not something I could say for everything all the time. But this is definitely a film that does that. There were moments in this film where I found myself laughing quite a bit. The people I was with were laughing, and most importantly, the full auditorium, which when the theater that I saw it in was completely packed out. It's a packed out theater. I haven't experienced a packed out theater in a long, long, long time. And the theater was interactive with the movie. And as I looked around at the end, because now I was interested, I'm in marketing, so I have to study people. I have to understand people. And I look around as we're walking out. I'm looking out all these people. These aren't people like me. These aren't even people probably like you. They're absolute normies. They're normal folks, just regular people that were excited to see a Superman movie. They weren't super fans with big long comic boxes and lots of collectibles. They're not taking to Twitter to complain about the lore, right? Like I would do that, and I have. But they were just normal people. And these normal people loved it. Loved it. They laughed the whole time. They cheered at the screen. They gave they were applauding at the end. They were clapping at the end. There was an applause in the theater. How often do you see that anymore? How often do you even see that there's like a full theater to see a movie with? There was a community experience here. And so that was my conclusion. That's what this movie was for. That's what this movie was about. It was about a community experience more so than satisfying lore expert neckbeards like me, right? Does that mean they needed to make all the creative choices that they did? No. Or I should say the story choices that they made. Does that mean all of the story choices were legitimized? No, not even a little bit, right? Not even a little bit. But I can understand what this movie was supposed to be, and I can respect what it was trying to do, and I want more of it. I just don't want anything else from James Gunn as far as writing Superman. Okay? That's what I want. Okay, we got a couple questions here we're going to pull up, and then I'll continue. Ken on Twitter says, an idea to help with YouTube algorithm. 1, very short 5 to 15 minute updates on the portal. 2, IRL, I'm assuming stuff, something there. Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. I would, YouTube has been rough because I haven't been posting as frequently. That's the only problem, because I've been traveling so much. I've been all over the place. So, and even next weekend, like all of next week is traveling again. All of next week's traveling. I'm going to be on a bunch of streams next week. I'm going to be on a bunch of streams like tomorrow night. I'm supposed to be on a stream that I committed to. I'm going to be on Words of Paradise's channel tomorrow night, I think, and I'm gonna tear him apart for his commentary on Gears of War, and probably a bunch of other stuff too. It's gonna be a battle over there. It's gonna be an absolute battle, probably a bloodbath. Shout out to Leon. Yeah, we're as soon as I have something more to show, which I will very soon, that's when I'll start doing like proper videos for the fake portal. But until then, I like doing the updates here with you guys. It's a little more personal because I get to hang out with you guys. And you could also see everything on Discord when I post updates there. It's much easier to reach me there than to do just the videos, right? This is a really great comment here. Unfortunately, we live in a world where profitable does not equal good, often the opposite. That's going to be a big thing that holds this movie back, is people are talking about it now. And I really like that you said this, because I have this article up here I wanted to look at. Let's pull this up. Share this tab. Show the tab. Superman soars to 122 million, third biggest box office opening weekend of 2025. That's a Variety article, and they're reporting it as if it's a great thing. They're reporting it, yeah, it's the third biggest box office opening weekend of 25, but it didn't beat Man of Steel. It did not beat Man of Steel. It's the third biggest box office opening weekend of the year. The third. Some people would say that that's great. This movie needs to make $1 billion. This movie is supposed to be legitimizing the launch of the DCU, which is a massive franchise, okay? It's a massive, expensive franchise that this thing is supposed to be launching, which means it needs to have a lot of money coming in. And this comment here is right on the money. We live in a world where profitable does not equal good, often the opposite, while also unprofitable typically it doesn't equal good or bad either. So profitability is a major factor here. Whether it's profitable or not, neither of those equal good anymore, right? And that's kind of held against the properties. This movie shouldn't have been as divisive as it is. It needed to satisfy everybody, and it didn't satisfy everybody. And that was also its idea, like its point. The whole point of this was to try to satisfy everybody. So we're in an interesting position here. I don't know how this is going to do. I don't know how it's going to continue. I think Fantastic Four next week is going to kill this film. I hope I'm wrong, because I want Fantastic Four to flop bad. I want it to flop bad, man. Really bad. I don't know when I'm going to be able to go see it. Maybe there's a showing on Wednesday night. I'm not too sure that I could sneak into. And by sneak into, I mean pay for a ticket and then just get in early, and so that I can do a video. Because starting on Thursday, we're going to be traveling to the Southeast Game Exchange. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to cover Fantastic Four in time. I hope I can. And I hope Superman beats it. But you got to think, what else is it's competing with a lot right now? It's competing with Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park seems to be a big deal. Oh, this is a good question here. Bella Dolphine says, why do you want it to flop? I want Fantastic Four to flop. I want Marvel to take a beating. I want to see them sweat. I want to see them fail. I want to see them lose. I want them to lose, right? I want Superman to win. If one of them has to win, I want Superman to win, and I want Marvel to lose, because I want Marvel to have to force itself to be creative again. I want them to force themselves to be good. The only way to force a company to change is by colossal failure or by amazing competition. That's it. So and option one, the customers stop buying. There's no more customers. That leads to immediate colossal failure, right? The second thing is competition in the marketplace. I want to see both. I want more competition and I want colossal failure for Marvel. They don't deserve our money. What they're putting out has been forgettable shit. It is a roller coaster ride that as soon as you walk away, you forget you were ever there. You forget that you even watched it. Okay. Shang-Chi came out in 2021. I do not remember the film. I only remember enjoying the final fight. I remember nothing else about the film. I've had no desire to watch that film ever again. Loki, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, every single Marvel Disney Plus show that I have seen, I have zero interest in ever watching again. Eternals, I haven't even seen the Eternals. I have no interest in ever watching that. I just don't care. Secret Invasion, I have no interest. I just don't care. Why do I not care? Why doesn't the regular general audience care either? It's because they haven't done anything to earn our money. They haven't done anything to earn not only our money, but our time. And so Fantastic Four, like Thunderbolts, I said it was okay, but it's just okay. When you look back on something like Captain America, the Winter Soldier, when I think back on like Thor 1, Cap First Avenger, the Avengers, Guardians 1, shit, even Thor the Dark World, you guys, and that movie got a lot of flack. There's rewatchability in all of that. In all of phase 1, in phase 2, there is rewatchability in all of those films. So, yeah, I want Fantastic Four to flop. For those of you who just joined, I'm talking about Fantastic Four. Okay. Gobbo, you got to be more specific, bro. It's a good movie. Chill. Which one was I too harsh on? I just named a ton of them. You got to let me know which one was I too bad on, too mean on. Right? Great question here. Who do you like better, DC or Marvel? Like I said I said this in the video yesterday that I put my Superman review video. I like the big four, my big four. These are my personal big four. Okay. Captain America, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Superman. I like them all. I'm a huge X-Men fan of the classic 90s X-Men. I love that show to death. It is what created my love of superheroes. I love the Spider-Man show, but I really love Superman for what he stands for. I really love Captain America for what he stands for. And I really love Cyclops and Jean Grey. And I'll say this. That's why I like redheads. I love Jean Grey. Jean Grey is awesome. And I also like Cyclops. I hated the comics that split them up. I hate the comics that split them up. I love them, right? I love them together. Like I want them to be together. I don't like when they're split up. Okay, I don't like when Peter Parker and Mary Jane are split up either. Not just because she's a redhead, but because it's like, why you do this? How many times you got to split them up and then get them back together? And like, oh, now they're dating other people. It's like, no, that's a mess. I don't like that. That's not fun. Yikes. Shades indoors. Wizards is on drugs. No. No, I'm not. It's just part of the aesthetic, Just part of the aesthetic. Everybody yells at me when I was wearing my Galaxy hat, but it's just more fun. It's just more fun to wear the shades indoors. It's more fun. Let me have fun, damn it. I'm a fake wizard, not a real wizard. How is that 90s cartoon that were for kids could pull out good stories with good messages, but now Hollywood can't figure it out? That's what I'm saying. That's it, yo. That's it. That's the problem. That's it. That's the problem. But even like Superman, Batman, X-Men, Spider-Man, the four big cartoons, Batman Begins in the early 2000s, right? Justice League Unlimited. You had amazingly good writing in cartoon animated shows that would 29-minute episodes. No, it would like 22-minute episodes. 22-minute episodes got better stories and better character arcs than full $100 million movies. That's disgusting to me. That's terrible. Shit, He-Man. He-Man has better stories than modern day Hollywood slop. Classic He-Man, not the new He-Man. Transformers, G1, unbeatable. What is going on? Why can't they figure it out, you guys? I don't understand. But here we are with Superman, and I think James Gunn's Superman was very much trying to be. It was trying to be like those shows. Like it. If you see it, you'll probably know exactly what I'm saying. What I mean. It definitely has those factors of being like a cartoon. It plays like a cartoon, and that's a good thing. But it doesn't stick the landing. It doesn't stick the landing. There's a lot of issues that I have with it. I'm so 50-50. I'm so 50-50. I'm so conflicted. But I want more. I want more from this. I want more from this world. I think it ends with a very in a very positive position. I liked the ending a lot, actually. I did. I really liked the ending. When the monologues start happening and characters start revealing themselves, kind of thing, like revealing their hearts, whether it be the good guys or the bad guys, right? I loved that, and I really liked. It made you fall in love with the characters a little bit, or this iteration of the character. So in a very flawed movie, extremely flawed movie, there is still a way to find awesome nuggets of great success. So, all right, before we talk spoilers, because I do want to talk a little bit of spoilers with you guys. I know I saw a super chat that had spoilers in it. Tying this up, is Superman good? Here's the truth. It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think. Whether you see the movie in theaters or you wait and watch it at home, I think it's worth your time to see it, just to see if you like it, just to see if you find value in it. Right? That's good. That's that part is good. It's worth your time to come to a conclusion, to experience this and then come to a conclusion. Okay. Whether the movie is good or not is going to be completely up to you. Completely up to you. All right, let's talk spoilers. I'm going to put up a banner here. Superman spoilers. Be warned. All right. Superman spoilers. Okay. I'll share the link here. Let's go ahead. Let's get right into it, right? Superman is declared a gay icon by Out Magazine. Anyway, spoilers for Superman. I had that queued up. I was just I thought that was it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yes, Superman declared a gay icon by Out Magazine. No, literally how though? That's just it. I think well, that's my joke, right? I there are is it just me or everyone else seeing the glitchy video feed? Yeah, the video, as long as my audio is coming in, that's okay. The video I can't do anything about now. It's just the way it is. But don't worry about it, because this is the most professional stream on the internet. You have nothing to worry about. You are watching professionalism at its finest right here. Okay? So don't worry about a thing. Yeah, no, it's totally it's me. It's me. As long as the audio's through, coming through, right? All right, spoilers. The story with Superman's parents broke my heart. There is a story here where instead of Jor-El and the El family that Superman is from, instead of them being kind of guides to him in being a Superman, instead of being supportive of him, right? They are tyrannical. They are evil. So now the L family is evil. So instead of sending them to Earth, instead of sending him to Earth to escape the destruction of Krypton and to be a beacon of hope for these people, Superman in this film is sent to Earth to take over it, to take over Earth. And not only that, like that was bad enough on its own. Like that is enough, right? There is enough. But James Gunn, for such a, I don't understand why he did it, added an element to it where not only is Superman sent to enslave Earth, he's sent to, and this is it, this is in the movie, to impregnate as many women as possible to create a harem of super beings on Earth, and he would be the ruler. I don't know why. I don't know why. Why do that? Why would you write a story like that? I can't get over that. How much I hate that story. How much I hate that plot point. Like that's yeah, a good point here. Yeah, you guys said, you guys are hitting it in the chat. Yeah, discount Invincible. Yeah, DBZ and Invincible kind of plot. That's exactly what it is. Yes, no, what I said, that is it. That is what he was sent to do, is to impregnate all the women of Earth. I'm like, what were you doing, man? Well, why do that? Didn't need to. Didn't need to. So Viltrumite from Invincible. Yes. Literally yes. Literally yes. Yes. He confused Superman with a Viltrumite. Yeah. Yeah, they made Superman into a Viltrumite for this movie. I hated that. That brought a lot of points down for me. That I lost a lot of respect for the film. That's number one. Okay. Number two, this version of Superman gets his ass beat the entire time. He is constantly getting beat up. Now, in the context of the film, there's an explanation for this. Okay. And the opening of the film, there's a title crawl kind of where it tells you that 3 minutes ago, so that means 3 minutes before the film started, Superman lost his first fight. Okay. So going into this, we're seeing Superman at the opening of the film. The movie opens with Superman losing a fight and being beaten up, like broken bones, punctured organs, like he's messed up because he just lost a fight. In the context of the movie, this makes total sense because of who he was fighting. There is a reason for this. Yes, he was fighting somebody that could do that to him. So that's okay. That's okay. The problem is that the movie never takes the time to show us, show don't tell, doesn't take the time to show us that he never loses. He never loses. He's never lost before that moment. They tell us, they don't show us. Okay? If there was a montage of something, perhaps Lex Luthor could have been playing back victories of Superman, and we would just see Superman win, 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 and have Luthor talking over it, right? And he would say like, "Oh, but he's my greatest adversary. Everything I throw at him, he throws back at me. Like I'm constantly fighting him, and he's constantly beating me. Like that's what we needed, right? That's what we needed. We needed that moment to show us he never loses, and then the stakes are that much higher for us, the audience, to be watching this and saying, oh shit, well, we know that this Superman is Superman. He don't lose. You showed us that he doesn't lose. So every time he's getting his ass whooped now, it makes sense. And it elevates the stakes. It makes the threat of this film so much more important. Okay? But this movie did not have that. It takes a fake wizard like me pointing it out, because the movie did explain that. If you have a viewer like me explaining it who reads into this stuff at autistic levels, okay, that's what you need to have. And that's ridiculous. You shouldn't have had that. Superman should feel super. Those are my two biggest gripes with the movie. One of them I was able to explain away. Good question here. I'm going to pull up on screen. Good questions. We got a few. Okay. Didn't My Adventures with Superman cartoon do similar? At least it was a red herring that he was sent to conquer, or other Kryptonians came before to do it, or to do so. I've forgotten how that plot resolved. I don't. Adventures with Superman is the new one, right? Isn't that the one that's got what's his name from The Boys as Superman? I haven't watched that. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in new. I'm just not interested with the new cartoons. I'm really not. I just don't care. I wish I did. I don't. Wizard, real quick, want to ask, which Superman did you grow up with? I grew up with Tim Daly in the original Adventures of Superman, right? The original Adventures of Superman. Isn't that what it is? Superman. Some. I got it now. I got to pull it up. Now I got to pull it up. Superman 90s cartoon. Oh, Superman the animated series. Superman the animated series. Yes. Yeah, Superman the animated series. I grew up with that. I grew up with the watching the Superman movie, the original Superman movie, and Justice League. Justice League. I loved Justice League. Justice League was awesome. But yeah, Superman the animated series. I love that show. That was a good show. Superman the animated series. Yes. Yup. Absolutely. Okay. Those are the two big plot points of this Superman film that I didn't like, and that took a lot of points away from me. It took a lot of love from this film from me. What are some good things? I want to talk about the good things. And to answer this super chat, we did get a super chat here. We got a couple of super chats. I'm going to pull one up here because I didn't want to pull this up until we were talking spoilers. Charitard says, for $2, how were the trans-dimensional Twitter monkeys? I thought they were funny. I thought it was funny. I actually didn't care about that because at that point, it is the most comic booky thing. The presentation of a bunch of monkeys that just spew hatred about Superman. I didn't see it as anything more than a gag joke that would have been directly out of an old school comic book. And that's coming from me who I rip on everything, right? That's coming from me who I will point out flaws and I will point out when things are ridiculous, right? But for me, I thought it was just a bunch of silly monkeys, and they're on screen for like 10 seconds. It's only 10 seconds long. But how are the monkeys? I thought they were funny. They are definitely Twitter monkeys, though. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the 2. Coming in with another 2 from Charitard. We needed a Freakazoid movie 10 years ago. Yeah, that would not work now. That would not work now. A Freakazoid movie would not succeed. It wouldn't work. It would be better as a special on a streaming service, because you are not going to get butts and seats for a Freakazoid movie. It's just not going to happen. It would have needed to be longer than 10 years ago. I think it would need to be longer than 10 years ago. Absolutely. It just feels like a lot of people complaining about him behind weak need to read What's So Funny About Truth, Justice, and the American Way storyline. You know, it's the presentation of this character in this film. If they had done what I described to you and gave us an establishing point of the script that this Superman, 99% of the time, this Superman is undefeatable, which they hint at, but do not confidently show us. They just talk about it. They mention it. But if they had taken the time to give us a montage of him doing the ultimately heroic things and never losing, that would carry so much weight. It would make the movie feel much more impactful because the elevated stakes would carry the rest of the movie. Every time he is getting his ass whooped, you'd be like, oh man, whatever's happening, whoever he's fighting is an actual threat. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope it does. Why didn't Lex just mass produce the Engineer or Ultraman if they could on their own almost kill Supes? Or why the government wants that tech? It's a very good question. I would need to see the movie again to explain that away. Well, so everything with the Engineer, We're told that it was an experimental tech, and she's not. She's like, I gave away my humanity for this kind of fight or whatever. Like, obviously, there's a lot there. Ultraman, though, that's a really good question. That's something that I'm sure if they expanded upon more, they would have to explain why that they had such a complication with making more Ultramans, right, or Ultramen. I'm sure that there's a way that they would explain it away, but they should have had it in the actual movie. I agree with you. There should that is a plot point they should have buttoned up a little bit better. I agree with you there. Let's talk about the good stuff. The good stuff. I thought Lois Lane was great. Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane was great. I thought the Jimmy Olsen storyline was funny. I thought it was funny, and I thought it was okay. I thought it was such a fun because what am I comparing it to? I'm comparing it to Zack Snyder, who shot Jimmy Olsen in the brain because he didn't know what to do with him. He just killed him. He killed Jim in the previous film. He kills Jimmy Olsen. This was a way more fun, funny story to do with Jimmy Olsen, and I liked it. And it's harmless. The Jimmy Olsen storyline here is harmless and fun. I thought it was okay. Perry White, I love Wendell Pierce. I think Wendell Pierce is awesome. He's a great actor, and I really like all the stuff he's in. So him as oh geez, what's his name? Yeah, Perry White. I already said it. Him playing Perry White, I thought was good. The Daily Planet cast was fun. They were fine. I thought the bad guys were good. I thought Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor was great with the performance. I do not think he was great with the writing. The script for Lex Luthor had way too much exposition dumping in it, way too much exposition. But he was a very good Lex Luthor. He was the performance of that Lex Luthor. He's and as Twitter is saying right now, he was a professional hater. Like that was the whole thing is he just hates on everything, right? I'll sum it up here with this. At the end of the film, because at this point it was like for me, it was like this movie for me was like a 4 out of 10 until the end. The ending of this movie, the final monologues of this film were so impactful for someone like me for what I'm looking for in a Superman movie. It bumped it up to probably a 7 out of 10. Personally for me, it's a 7 out of 10. If the Krypton storyline wasn't there, and if they had done that montage, this movie might be an 8.5. Might have been an 8.5, maybe even higher. Maybe even higher. I don't know. But the heart that this movie has is something we don't see every day. The relationship with the Kent family is I loved it. I loved it. The Ma and Pa Kent stuff was yeah, as you guys are saying here, it was cheesy, right? Like the video of Ma and Pa Kent at the end was cheesy, but I really liked it. I didn't think it was cheesy. I thought it was full of heart. And it also and Supergirl showing up, but you know what? Supergirl showing up and she like kind of made fun of him. Like, you know, I think what she called him a bitch and something like she was drunk. Like and like, but you know what? For Superman to just be like nah, I don't really care. And like don't phase me. And then for him to sit back and the movie ends with him watching home movies with his parents. I'm cheesy like that. I love that. That's great. And that's the kind of Superman that I want. You know, that's the Superman that I want. The one that does have a love for his friends and family, and he is the always do good guy. Like that's so great. I want more of that. It's just the rest of the movie that I was having trouble with, you know? The whole go out and make a harem on Earth. I don't want that. I don't want that from the Kryptonians. In fact, I was thinking very similarly of that moment with the Batman, Matt Reeves, the Batman, how they made it so that Thomas Wayne in that film is not, and it's not, he's not a, what's the best way to describe this? He's not not sinless, but he doesn't make mistakes, right? The Thomas Wayne from the Batman world that you and I know doesn't do anything wrong. He's a symbol. Thomas Wayne, to us as the audience, is a symbol for us to consider that this is who Batman looks up to, and that is why Batman does what Batman does, right? He's inspired by his father and who his father was to be Batman, right? So in a way, the audience sees Thomas Wayne the same way Batman does. Unbreakable in doing right. Thomas Wayne does the right thing. He's a good man, okay? But you take that away, and now Bruce has to stand on his own by his own morals and values. Same kind of the same thing here with Superman. You took away his father, his biological father who trained him in a way, who raised him to be the Superman part of himself. So I am really good. I think I am really good with the Kents and how they portrayed the Kents. I really like them, and I liked how they had that Kansas charm to them, that Midwest charm almost. I think the accents were a little off. Everybody's been pointing that out. The accents were a little off for Kansas, but I did not care for the Batman. Why? It insists upon itself. Yeah, that movie definitely insists upon itself, 100%. Yeah. Matt Reeves fleshed that out a little bit better. Totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. 100%. You are right. He does flesh that out a little bit more. But this film takes the same twist like that. It's the same style of twist of taking that idol and changing it. So, okay. The monologue at the end, it was great. The ending I thought was great. It made me excited. The audience loved it. That was impactful for me. After going through some spoilers, is Superman good? Once again, for those of you who just joined, it's within the eye of the beholder. It's up to you. This is a movie that you need to see and make your own conclusions of. I'm not going to tell you. I told you what I think. I think this movie was a 7 out of 10, but that's only because I have a soft spot for soft spots. Okay. I have a soft spot for the good guy characters, for the good guy heroes. No chats yet. Okay. We got to pull up. I'm going to pull up Rumble again, or try to. I'm going to try to pull up Rumble, real life fake wizard. We should be live. I hope we're live. Okay, we are live. I'm getting hit with an ad, and I don't want an ad. Okay, well, I can see your chat here. I can't see any of the previous chats, but that's because I can't sign in. So, but we are on Rumble. Shout out to you. Okay. Okay, hear me out, Wiz. So what do you think is the ideal dynamic between Supes and Lex is shown in the animated series where, as you say, Supes always wins and Lex analyzes monologues over it? Hear me out. Wouldn't you say that dynamic works best because it's a show and not a feature-length film where where beats should be interchanged per film? Because I think you're basing this film over what you expect with it's with what you grew up with. No, I would push back on that. I'm not basing this on what I grew up with. Really good point, because if anybody else is thinking about this, let's address that. That's a really great point that you bring up here. I'm not basing this on comparing it to the 90s so much as I'm comparing it to as a story. Two things. The whole like action fight, like all he does is lose. I'm comparing that to Superman, but also filmmaking and storytelling, right? If you did that establishing shot, or that establishing montage of Superman never losing, now you've set the stakes higher, it would be a better film on its own, like independent of anything else. And so what you're saying is, am I comparing it to like the 90s Superman that I grew up with? In theory, I got that. He's a kind-hearted Superman that has a soft spot for people. He doesn't want to kill. He has a love with his parents. The way he loves Lois, I really like. There's a vulnerability to him that I love. And so in a way, I got a Superman that I actually really love. The story itself is where the problem is. So the characterization is there. I got my characterization in the form of what you've just referenced. But in the actual story itself, I did not get what would have been better for the film, which is making the stakes higher and also respect for the overall lore in the form of the L family on Krypton. Like those are my biggest gripes. I think that is so having him, sending him to come and just repopulate the earth with Kryptonians. What were you thinking on that? That's very hard to look past. That's very hard to look past. I like this comment. Make superhero movies sincere again. I think this movie had that. It had sincerity, even though there was way too many quips and jokes. A lot of quips and jokes. Okay, we got from Rumble, and now it comes in. Shout out to Otaku for Life for dropping memberships, gifted us a membership. Thank you for that. Guys, I wish I could see him. I can't see him here, but now I'm seeing the live chat, but I can't see. And it didn't come through. It didn't come through on StreamYard. See, this is what I was saying before. I had a conversation with somebody who works at Rumble, and I was like, I wish it was easier for me to manage my streams. That's number one. I wish it was easier. I also wish the actual awareness of like getting your videos out on Rumble, I wish it was there. So, people are like, why aren't you posting your stuff on Rumble? It's like, well, it takes me more time, and I'm going to stream here. I'm going to stream on Rumble for sure. I like Rumble as a platform. I'm optimistic for the changes that are coming to the platform that'll make it easier to use. And I say that for any platform. I'll say that for any platform. But good stream wizard, need to go and do some work like stuff. Also, cheers to the mods. Appreciate the effort. Great work. Unfortunate that it's necessary. Good day from Australia. Good day to you, my friend. We will see you on the next one. And guys, that is actually where we're going to tie things up here. This has been a really, really good stream. I don't even think I can raid anybody because I don't have my setup here, but that's okay. Guys, fakeportal.com. Register if you are not registered yet to get our newsletter. We're going to be sending a newsletter out probably by the end of this upcoming week. Wizardsanctuary.com. Join our Discord. Help us build this thing. Okay? There's a lot that we're doing. There's a lot going on. Southeast Game Exchange next weekend. If you're coming, hit us up in the Discord. Let me know. I'm going to post on Twitter about it. Please connect with me there. Would love to see you if you're going to be at this event. If not, I'll catch you at the next one. I'm going to lots of events now, which is a lot of fun. And we're going to be doing content. We're going to be doing interview content with people that we've been like scripting what we're going to do. I'm actually going to start doing some kind of a shorts form content in the near future, just for fun. It's not going to deviate away from the videos I'm doing. It's just for fun. We need to start doing more of that. But yeah, shout out to the mods. Shout out to all of you who joined us here. We had well over 250 people watching here on stream across all platforms, which is fantastic. This is great. We have 100 people watching on Twitter right now. Holy shit. Shout out to you, Twitter. This is incredible. Son of a gun. James Gunn. All right, everybody. That's it. We will see you. Okay, found you with that Lilo and Stitch controversy. That was a controversy, and I appreciate that you're here. I appreciate that you're here. We are going to work things out with Rumble, but my friend, you should know something as you watch me. I am the most professional streamer on the internet. We make no mistakes. We make absolutely no mistakes. So, from everybody here at Wizard HQ, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend or a great day. Good morning, good night, wherever you are in the world. I will see you all very soon. I'm going to be streaming all over the place. Lots of announcements coming, lots of stuff in the work. Fake Portal, help us make this thing huge. We're pushing 1,000 games already, and we're already around the world, and we haven't even launched the damn thing. I'm very excited for that. Shout out to all of you. Until next time, my friends, create, innovate, inspire, and for the love of God, cancel Disney Plus. Okay? Okay. Okay, bye-bye.